Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie, and we are going to dive into a new book. And it's actually not new. We've actually done this book before here on the KetoMOM page. But I grabbed it off the shelf. I walked over to my shelf this morning and I was looking at all the books and really going, what book should we do here on the KetoMOM page? So I'm going to show you in a second. But if you're brand new, welcome. My name is Stephanie. I am a homeschool mom of 4 girls. I have an amazing husband. This page was started 8 years ago because of a dream. I woke up and I told my husband, hey, I think I'm supposed to start a KetoMOM page. My husband said, why? I said, we're just going to share what our family's doing on the journey of learning about food and being healthier. And so what we've done for the last 8 years is help people on their journey. We're not perfect, but we share the lessons that we have learned with you. One of them, a couple of years ago, was about mindset and helping people understand that, honestly, if you want to get healthier, if you want to get stronger, if you want to feel better, it starts with your mind. It starts with how you're thinking, the decisions that you're making, the words that are coming out of your mouth. I just sat at the kitchen table, all of us did as a family, with our girls, and we talked about the power of your words. We talked about you as a person, the fruit that's coming out of you, the words that you speak and the things that you believe is going to direct the life that you are living and what you like, the outcomes, and at the end of your life, where you end up. Starts with this and starts with this, not just the food that you put in your mouth. That comes from honestly how you're thinking and how you're feeling. And so 2 years ago, we started going through books, and I just would pick a book and I would go through it with you on the page. At any point in time, we take these lives and we go put them on a podcast. The podcast is called KetoMOM Secrets. So if you don't have time, and remember we all have the same amount of time, but your time is directed in different areas, you can listen to the podcast. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com and click on book club, and you can go through all of the books together with me that we've done in the past. I love going through books, but if you find yourself either listening to a podcast, listening to somebody do a live, listening to a book, and you actually don't do the action, then it's really a waste of your time. What you should be doing is listening to learn and then to take action. And so here on the KetoMOM page in the mornings, I want to give you something to think about, something for you to ponder on, for you to take action on, to change your life, a thought or a phrase or a book or something to help you direct your life in a better direction. And some of you are already like, listen, I do that. I am going in a great direction. I am putting in the work. That's awesome. The book that we're going to go through is going to help you understand that as you do those small steps and as you do those consistently day in and day out, it's going to help you be the best version of you later on down the road. You're going to be like 40 like me, or 60 or 70, and you're going to be like, I'm so thankful that I put in the work to work on my mindset, to have an understanding of my emotions, to learn how to be adaptable so that as you age, you are the wise person that people are looking at. And it comes with learning, putting in the work, doing the action that other people have done before you. Good morning. All right, so good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Tell me where you're tuning in from. You probably don't have this book. If you do, because we actually did this book. I think we did this book probably 2 years ago, if not more. So again, you can go to KetoMOM Secrets and you can watch the old ones, or we're going to dive into it. I'm going to give you the overview of what the book is about. So I was looking through all of my books this morning. We have hundreds of books. And there are books that I love that are more story form. So our 13, almost 14-year-old daughter said, Mom, which book should I read next? So I grabbed the book. We also have 4 dogs. I grabbed the book called The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. If you have a teenager or you yourself want to read a story form book that teaches you perspective in life through stories, it's an unbelievable book. So she's reading that book. It's called The Traveler's Gift. I actually recommend all of you read that book. So I was looking at different books, whether it's a story form book or we just had a friend that we gave a book. It's called The Last Arrow by Erwin McManus. One of my most favorite books. I have read the book or listened to the book, and I'm not even being exaggerative, probably 20 times. And so there's different books that will navigate you through life and give you perspective through a story. I also realize there are books that are very straight to the point. We just read the book on this page called the 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. And actually, something that our family has been doing as a family is something called cold plunges. And legitimately, I use that tool, the 5-second rule, to get myself in the cold water before I talk myself out of it. So I'm not going to dive into what a cold plunge is, but all I'm going to tell you is if I let my brain give me an extra 5 seconds to say, am I going to get my body into this freezing cold water or not? I would say no, because it's not enjoyable for the first minute. But what I have been doing is I've been going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and submerging into this freezing cold water before my brain says, if you would have watched the video or my live yesterday, you saw me hesitate. And then I was like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the reason we go through books is to give you tools to help you utilize them day in and day out of your day. So if you watch the 5-second rule lives or you read it with us, I hope you're using that tool. That's a part of reading, learning, and using it, right? So this book that we're going to go through, really it's going to give you an awareness. It's called The Compound Effect. We've done this book before. And what I've realized and what I honestly 100% believe is there's really, it's biblical. There's nothing new under the sun, but there's new ways that people say things. There's a higher level of wisdom that people take a concept or a book or an idea and they give their wisdom of what they've learned from it. And so people might say, well, you've already done this book. We've gone through the 5-second rule on this page 2, if not 3 times. Because how often do you need reminded? Like, you know what you need to do. I'm going to read something to you. And the author says, you know what you need to do to be successful, but it's the continuation of learning and growing and being reminded until you reach that level of success. Make sense? So this book is called The Compound Effect. I actually won't dive into it until next week. Here's what you can do. You can go to your local bookstore. You can grab it on Amazon. If you want to physically have the book, go order it, and we'll dive into it next week. I'm going to give you the overview of what the book is, or you can tune in lives, and I'll give you the basic overview of what the chapters are about. You can choose to listen to it. Also, there's an Audible book, or just take the highlights I give you and put it to work for you in your life. So let's dive in. Who has read this book, by the way? And if you've read the book, are you doing the actions? Tell me if you've read this book. All right, are you ready? And I would love for you to say good morning. Some of you are very quiet this morning. Good morning. Where are you tuning in from? And if you're listening to this live, it's Friday. Are you doing anything fun this weekend? Anybody enjoy the lake, going out in the sun? Maybe you're having a pool day. I'm sure we'll be. So we live on an old rock quarry. It's an old 40-acre rock quarry made into a lake. So we will be on the water for sure. Our girls love tubing, wakeboarding, just being in the water. So that is a majority of our days. All right, let's dive into the book. So the book starts off with this. Are you satisfied with your life and the way it is going right now? If you want to answer, you could just say in the comments, yes or no. Are you satisfied with your life and the way that it's going right now? Or are you flipping through books because you're looking for some sort of transformation? Do you want a transformation? Or are you just sitting in life being entertained? I listened to a great podcast the other day. I shared this yesterday in my stories if you watch those. But I said there's really 2 different reasons why people are either reading books, watching people on social media, listening to podcasts. There's 2 words. Number 1, you're either looking to be transformed or you're looking to be entertained. Somebody that wants to be transformed in their life is looking to learn something and put it into action, right? And a transformation does not happen with trying to figure out something new every single day. Sometimes people will message me and they're like, give me a new recipe. Give me something new. I need something new to learn. And maybe you're just learning and there's a lot of things to learn. But there is a difference between transformation and entertainment. Are you on social media to be entertained? Or are you learning? Are you wanting to learn and glean from other people to actually transform your life? There's a difference. And understanding why you're here and what you're learning and then putting it into action. All right, so he says, most people think that change and personal growth is difficult. Please don't ever watch me or other people and think that what we do or just sharing what we've learned is difficult. He says, most people think changing your life, changing the way that you view your perspective or the things that you're doing is difficult. He goes, but I believe achieving your dreams and your goals doesn't have to be complicated or stressful. Success is simple. We didn't say easy. There's a different word between easy and simple. I don't like the word easy, and I don't believe things are easy, but they can be simple if you follow a process or follow a map or follow a guideline. But remember, simple doesn't mean overnight, right? So he goes, your decisions shape your destiny. Decisions will either take you to the life that you desire or to disaster by default. Your decisions take you to the life you desire or to disaster. Every single day, you make decisions that make 1% better, 1% worse, and you don't see either of them overnight, usually. Disaster can happen real fast. But if you're working on being a better person, having better health, being a better you, 1% every single day might not feel a lot, but over the course of an entire year, that's 365% better if you choose to do those consistent actions day in and day out. All right, he goes, in fact, it's the littlest decisions that shape your life. Did you get up or did you hit the snooze? Did you go to the gym or did you skip it? Did you eat the donut or eat the eggs? Did you yell at your kids or choose to control your emotions? Like, those decisions matter every single day. Are you yelling at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself how much you hate yourself? Or are you choosing to watch your words and truly fight through what you've been told in the past to shape your future with your own words, right? Your I am statements, the things that you're believing about yourself. So he goes from what to eat to where you work to the people that you spend your time with to how you spend your day. Every choice shapes how you live today, but more importantly, how you live the rest of your life. Success isn't about doing 5,000. Okay, this is huge. Please listen to this. Success isn't about doing 5,000 different things well. Success is doing the right things well 5,000 times. Does that make sense? Like, that is a huge and 100% I agree statement. Success isn't about doing 5,000 different things well. Success is doing the right things well 5,000 times over and over and over again. So this book is about the compound effect of the little steps we're going to learn together, tools to help you. So I like to talk about, like, we all have a tool belt in our life and we have different tools. You either choose to fill your tool belt with things that will help you on your journey to be a better version of you, the best version of you that you were created to do, created to be, or you've got things in your tool belt that are not serving you. You've got things in your tool belt that are causing you to go the wrong direction, the wrong way, that are causing you to fumble, to falter, to fail, to quit. Like, think about, like, we all have a tool belt. And you're either filling it with things that are going to help you be successful. And it's little things like books and a mentor can be a tool in your tool belt, right? The things you listen to, the things that you watch. I tell people an air fryer on your health journey is a tool in your tool belt because it helps your journey of making food simple. Like, things like that, right? Tools. So books are tools to guide you. I'm going to read a couple more things to you. So he talks about everyone is different. He found mentors. This is Tony Robbins, who gave a foreword to the author. He goes, all of us are watching other people as well. And so he chose certain people to watch and to learn and to understand from them that had success in their life. And he goes, everyone is different, but the laws of success always apply. You reap what you sow. You can't get out of life what you're not willing to put into life. And if you want more love, give more love. If you want greater success, help others achieve more. And when you study and master the science of achievement, you will find success. You will find the success you desire. So the compound effect, this book, here's what this is about. The compound effect is the operating manual that teaches you how to own the system, how to control it, master it, and shape it to your needs and desires. The future is what you make of it. The choices you make, even small choices every single day, every decision will take you to the life that you long for or regret. Both of them, right? It's those little decisions that set your life's course every single day. And it's about having the awareness of what you're doing every single day. You guys, you want to know what it is? We are taught, whether you want to believe this or not, in school, in certain environments, it creates a hypnotic rhythm in your life to where you just do things because it's all you were taught to do. And especially as adults, like kids can change their course. They can learn new things. They're not quite caught up in the hypnotic rhythm yet. But when you get to be 30, 40, 50, oftentimes you might ask yourself, why am I doing this? If you start questioning the things that you do, you start breaking that hypnotic rhythm to be like, wait, I always go this direction. Why? It's a hypnotic rhythm. Why do I always take the same roads to work? Why do I feel like I always have to do this? Now, there is a consistency of small decisions over time, but you have to be doing the right decisions. And when you create that new rhythm and those new habits, that will lead you to the direction you want to go. But if you are not in a place that you are happy with, or if you are looking at your life going, this is not going well, you're caught in a wrong hypnotic rhythm of doing the same things over and over again because they become a habitual habit of like, here's what you need to do. You need to evaluate your day and ask yourself, why do I do this? Why do I hit that? Why do I not want to get up? Why do I stay up late, even though I know I should sleep? It's just asking yourself and breaking that habit and just breaking it for a second and being like, why do I do this? Why do I act this way? Why do I speak this way to my family? Because as soon as you can have the awareness of the actual things you're doing, it's where you can course correct and start changing some of those things. Does that make sense? And so here's what he says in this book. My challenge to you is to stop living in a reactive mode. Choose today to take control of your life and make decisions that shape the destiny of your desires. Remember, success is simple. Do the right things and keep doing them day in and day out. And I know you will experience the best life that life has for you, but you have to understand and know what those are, right? So that was just the forward from Tony Robbins to the author of the book. He goes, this book is about success and what it really takes to earn it. It's time that someone told you to your face. You've been bamboozled for a very long time. So I'm not going to go into the rest of it. This book is just going to give you some really great awareness and tips to go, oh, I didn't realize, or, oh, yes, that's me. Kind of like the 5-second rule. It's a book of like, I'm going to give it to you straight. If you want to have success, it's not easy, but it's simple. Following these things over and over again. So the bottom line is that you already know what you need to do to be successful. You don't need to learn really anything else. If we need more information, everything that we need is on the internet. Everything that you legitimately want to learn, it's right at your fingertips. He goes, you do not need new information. You need a new plan of action of how to take what you know and put it into action. So the last thing I'll end with, and I love this quote and I say it often, and I hope that someday, if it's not already in your head, it gets in your head. And know this, and you really should if you could just memorize this, as you go throughout your day, you'll catch your thoughts and you'll realize, oh my goodness, I was going to do this because of my thought, but now I caught it and I'm going to go the other way. As I think, so I feel. As I feel, so I do. As I do, so I have. If you can honestly first catch this one phrase, as I think, remember it starts in your thoughts. So I feel, it creates a feeling. And my feelings, as I feel, so I do, create an action as I do. My actions are the result of what I have. So today, you might be like, I don't like what I have, or I am not content of where I'm at today, or I don't like the direction of where I'm going. Then we have to go, we need to reverse engineer those steps. What do you have? Let's look at the actions. Let's go back to the feelings, and let's go back to your thoughts. Make sense? So I would encourage you to write that down, put it somewhere, because honestly, that one phrase has helped me go, oh my goodness, I don't like this. I'm feeling this way. Oh, I'm acting out of emotion. It's because I am beating myself up. I've got my own self-doubt. A lot of me personally, just so you know, you guys, I grew up with incredible parents. Like, there are so many stories where I'll listen to people and I go, I have nothing to complain about ever. My parents are married for over 40 years. I have a great relationship with my family. Like, I sometimes feel selfish saying the life that I have, but I also am proud of the life that my parents gave me. And what beats me up as me, personally, Stephanie, me, what truly causes me to not do something or to doubt myself is my own limiting beliefs. The words that I think over myself and the words that I say to myself cause me not to do what I feel like I can do. Does that make sense? Like, I am my own worst enemy. And if I can go, oh my goodness, I need to stop thinking that and replace it with a positive I am statement. So I wrote an I am statement the other day, a new one. We've done this for years, but I was like, I actually need an I am statement that I can speak over myself and believe that I'm going to become that better person. And I would encourage you to do that. We actually should do, would you guys like that? Do you guys know how to write an I am statement? Do you understand what words of affirmation, like who on here has an I am statement? Do any of you? And would it be helpful if I helped you write one? And what that does is you get up in the morning and you say your I am statement. So I actually, when I'm done, need to go say my I am statement. What I'll do tomorrow on the live is I will, tomorrow's an early morning. We're going to be sitting, we are sitting at a farmer's market, 6 a.m. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll do it. I'll come on and I'll give you an understanding of how to do an I am statement and what it means to, why it's so important to do it, and how you can speak that over your life, and it's going to help change the thoughts about yourself. Sound good? So, all right. I'm committed to do that tomorrow. If you're listening live, it's Saturday. What is it, June 10th? I don't even know. But what's great is the lives stay on here all the time. So I think they're powerful. I'll share with you my I am statement, and then I'll walk you through how to do it. I just have to find my notes. It'll be great. This will be great. So, okay. Thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. If there's any insight that you ever want to share it below. If you're like, man, I would love to share this with anybody that's scrolling through the comments. Here's something that has helped me. Here's a great book or a podcast, or here's my favorite quote, that it's in me. And when I'm having a hard day, this comes out of me. So if there's a great tip that you could share with anybody, share it. Sharing is caring. So thanks for tuning in. If you want to grab the book, we'll start going through this book next week. Otherwise, you can just tune into the page. Have a wonderful afternoon. We'll talk to you very soon. And I'm always here to help. Send me messages, and that's it. Bye, everybody.